Alright, what's going on, you guys? Welcome to Real Madrid Hub. Again, I'm your host, Dr. JOTA. And of course, today, the most important news, it was the draw of the Champions League. But unfortunately, something happened and now they have to do it again. I mean, I don't know if you guys know already, but Real Madrid had to play against Benfica. That was the draw at first. But right after that, something happened in the draw of Atletico de Madrid, where apparently Manchester United was mistakenly omitted from like a potential rival of Atletico de Madrid. So now they had to redo it all over again, and the problem is Real Madrid is already complaining to UEFA just because it's not fair for Real Madrid to redo it again, as we had. I mean, we were the first one. I mean, the first ball they took it out. It was the Real Madrid ball and Benfica's ball. So that means there was no implication at all of Real Madrid and Benfica in the next event. I mean, all the things that happened right after that, I mean, don't have anything to do with Real Madrid, with the draw of Real Madrid. So there's no reason for them to include Real Madrid again in the draw so we can get another rival or something like that, because before that happened, Real Madrid and Benfica and Real Madrid were already out, right? That was the first match. So there's no point in including Real Madrid, Benfica and other teams in the same draw again. So if there is any problem, okay, you can repeat it, but as of the right moment where all the mistake was discovered. You know what I'm saying? So there's no point. If you have to include to Atletico de Madrid, Liverpool, Manchester United, whatever, just do it. But don't implicate to Real Madrid or Benfica because they were already out. Their balls were already out and there's no point in including them again. So I don't know what is going to happen because apparently UEFA wants to redo again the draw in 1 hour. No, it's not 1 hour, it's 20 minutes, but we still don't know what is going to happen because Real Madrid is not okay with that, right? So I'm still watching the news, I'm still reading as many papers as I can so I can share with you all guys every single information that we got from it. But let me tell you what, this is going to be another controversy between Real Madrid and UEFA, because as you know right now the relationships between UEFA and Real Madrid are not going through the best moments, actually are really bad just because of La Superliga and all this stuff. But I don't know, whatever it happens I will let you know later. But now let's move on and let's keep talking about all the news, the most important news of Real Madrid, because as you know we are, okay, I'm not going to say we are already the champions of La Liga because that would be a little bit pretentious, but what is really true though is Real Madrid is ahead, way ahead of anybody else, including Atletico de Madrid and also Betis, which is the second one, right? So to me, there are so many chances for us now to win La Liga than ever before. And the other good thing is Carlo Ancelotti, considering the players played really well, they performed really good. He decided to give them their day off so they can get some rest and spend time with the family and all the stuff. So that's why there was no practice today. There is no news, updates or stuff like that. But instead of that, we will be talking about, of course, Kylian Mbappe, because the most important news are coming out not only from France, from Mbappe, but also a Real Madrid player, because apparently a super giant team of the Premier League wants to sign in Rodrygo, guys. But I will talk to you about that a little bit later. So let's get started with the player that was whistled, that Real Madrid player that was whistled last night against Atletico de Madrid. He was not playing, and the only reason why he was whistled and booed and all the stuff is because he was Gareth Bale, and for the first time in a while he showed up in the Bernabeu, and that is something nobody liked it, as the public, as the people, the supporters, the fans of Real Madrid are not okay every time they see Gareth Bale with the jersey of Real Madrid and showing up in the Bernabeu or even in Valdebebas. They are not okay with that. I mean, they don't like Gareth Bale anymore, as his behavior has been pretty much a misbehavior with Real Madrid. I mean, this guy, by the beginning of the season, he was going to be one of the most important players for Carlo Ancelotti, and all of a sudden, due to an injury, he got out of the squad, which is understandable. But what is not understandable is when he recovered, he hailed completely, and then he went to play with the national team of Wales, and then he got injured again, and he came back, and he didn't play anymore with Real Madrid again. So that's what the people can't understand. I mean, if you're okay to play with Wales, it's because you can play also with Real Madrid. But apparently the player is not putting so much effort in getting back on track in Real Madrid. So that's why the people are not okay with Gareth Bale. But the problem is, what is Real Madrid going to do? Pretty much nothing. I mean, the only thing we can do for now is to wait until the end of the season and then to release him, as his contract will be expired by June. So that's it. I mean, no matter how many bad gestures or signals Gareth Bale has with Real Madrid, that we have to hold it, and that's it. There's nothing we can do about that. So the people try to show the frustration, that they're angry with Gareth Bale and all the stuff, but at the end of the day, there's nothing. There's not much we can do about that, as the player has to exhaust completely his contract, and that will be exhausted by June the 30th of this summer. So it's pretty much what we have to wait. There's nothing we can do about that. So that is as far as Gareth Bale. And now let me move on and let's talk about arguably the most important news of today, maybe the second most important news today, which is Rodrygo Goes. The reason for that is because, according to Daily Mirror in England, Liverpool would be okay throwing about 80 million euros on the table for Rodrygo Goes, which is a player that, in my opinion, is undisputable for Carlo Ancelotti. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Rodrygo Goes maybe is not in the same level, maybe is not in the same league than Vinicius Jr. still, but if he keeps working as hard as possible and working hard and all the stuff, I'd say Rodrygo Goes has a bright future ahead in Real Madrid, but you never know. So if he is thinking about all the players that have to come to Real Madrid by the next year, he might be thinking or reconsidering the possibility for him to quit, to get out of Real Madrid, just trying to find another opportunity or trying to find another team where he thinks he will probably be better or probably have more chances to play or things like that. And maybe Liverpool is one of those. I mean, Rodrygo Goes is a super young guy, 21 years old, and still has all his career as a soccer player ahead. So I don't know, it's gonna be tough, man, because if you think about it, all the players, all the attackers that allegedly will come to Real Madrid next year, I'm talking about Mbappe, Haaland, Benzema already in Real Madrid, Vinicius already in Real Madrid, Marco Asensio. It's gotta be tough, man. It's gotta be a cutting throat competition. So I don't really know what is he thinking about that, but I'd say no. I'd say Rodrygo Goes wants to succeed in Real Madrid instead of going out and finding another route or way or whatever. But you never know, man. So let's wait a little bit more, see what happens, and then I will share every single thing I hear from Rodrygo Goes. I will show up here and I will share it with you as soon as possible. So let me move on and let's go with the latest news of the day. It's probably the most important news, or alongside the Rodrygo Goes news, it's another very important story that I have for you all, guys. It's pretty much about Kylian Mbappe, because last night there was a journalist, let me find the name because I wanted to find it right quick and I have it right here. Okay. So, Ian McGarry, he's the broadcaster of the Transfer Window podcast. And he was talking about, he was revealing, actually, he was talking to a relative or person very close to Carlo Ancelotti who confirmed Mbappe is already a done deal for Real Madrid. So there's no doubt that Kylian Mbappe will play for Real Madrid. Okay, so there's no doubt he will sign for Real Madrid. And the only question that pops up in the air is pretty much when. Okay, it's not if he is going to sign or not. The question is when. Is it going to be January? Is it going to be summer, or when? But the deal is pretty much done, according to Ian McGarry, and the person super close to Ancelotti that already knows what is going to happen to Kylian Mbappe. And also, apparently, Carlo Ancelotti is very aware of the situation and is already informed of this situation that Kylian Mbappe will sign for Real Madrid. So he pretty much knows everything about what is going on with Kylian Mbappe, and nobody has to tell him what is going to happen because he already knows up front. I don't know whether he has a person of, a very trustworthy person close to him, or a friend or relative or whoever. Somebody is reporting to Carlo Ancelotti every single thing that is going on with Kylian Mbappe. I'm assuming that would be someone from the club, from within the club, right? From within Real Madrid. But you never know, and I really don't care. I mean, the most important for me is pretty much Kylian Mbappe will play for Real Madrid, and that's it. That's the most important news that I have for you all guys today. So now, of course, I will keep you updated regarding to the draw of the UEFA Champions League. See what happens if we have another rival, or Real Madrid finally is included in the new draw, or whatever. And whatever it happens, guys, I'll let you know. So now let me know your thoughts about that. Just comment in the section below, and of course, subscribe to my channel, Real Madrid Hub.